Welcome to the Fandom Foundry Show, all about the things that made our lives better last week. I'm Todd Oxtra, and this week I am joined by TheMuff1nMon, who does not live on Drury Lane. That is Mr. Kevin Ainsworth, coming from Save the Game Media. Kevin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for the invite. Always love, chatting with you, of course, on the show or any other. We obviously run in the same circles, so we chat in Discords all the time. But it's a different feeling, podcasting, coming on, just chatting about things. So, it's been a good week, Todd. So you picked the right time to get me on here.
Because it's like I'm thinking about I always want to start off like just news that made you happy, not necessarily a thing you read or something like just because the world's a crappy place, and sometimes we just need something to like keep our world happy. Before we do that, Kevin, really quickly, people that may not know you, where can people find out more about you? And we'll obviously talk about the end, but I just want people to get a little bit more familiar before we kick this thing off.
Oh yeah, awesome! I will. I'll do my best to plug myself. So, if you are unfamiliar, I am Kevin Ainsworth. I run Save the Game Media, YouTube.com/Save the Game Media. We are a video game outlet where we do news, podcasts. We have a weekly show called Shared Save. Me and Sam Heaney, who's a guide writer over at IGN. Him and me team up each and every week, talk about the biggest news of the week. We do lots of reviews on the channel, so I don't want to say a lot. Like when we get the chance, I love reviewing games. It's honestly one of my passions, and I'm glad we're getting more and more opportunities. So we review games, we talk about the news, we have shorts. So if you're into video games, please come check us out. Again, youtube.com/Save the Game Media. You are muted, Todd.
I was typing because I was making you a banner, just to go across the board in case anybody wants to check out where Kevin is. And obviously, one more thing, Kevin, TheMuff1nMon, explain yourself.
Oh, my tag that I use in quite a lot of places. It's mainly a social tag at this point. So back in college, I was quite that chunky fellow. I think I was pushing 250 at that time. And there was any Canadians listen will love this. There was a Tim Hortons on my college campus because I went to college near the American Canadian border. And I would go there because they let you use your meal swipes, and I would get muffins constantly. But their banana nut muffins were so good. So at the same time, I had just got my first, I bought a 360, and before that, I'd only ever shared a console with my brother, growing up, our original Xbox, and we never had Xbox Live. At least I had never played Xbox Live until I got to college. 360 had free internet, so I was like, I need a gamer tag, right? And I was like, oh, what do I go with? So I wanted to be the Muffin Man. That's taken. All right. So I tried quite a few combinations. So I'm the Muff1nMon. Like a Pokemon.
I was going to say very Jamaican too. Muff1nMon.
Yeah, some people have taken it that way. I've had a few people think are you from Jamaica? I'm like, no.
Keep it Irie. Why the one though? Is that just because you wanted to be cool and hip?
No, it's because Muffin was taken. So I had to, I was like, what doesn't look stupid if you substitute the letter? And there's no other, I guess you could do a 3 for an E. I think that looks dumb though. A 1 is kind of close enough to an I.
Yeah, and you could do exclamation point. Typically, it's like an upside down kind of thing. No, actually, it'd be an upside down I. Question: have you ever made a personalized license plate?
No. I give whatever license plate they give me. My license plate is falling apart at the moment. The back one is. It's like. I live in New York, and we have these yellow license plates and then blue letters, and it's all just falling off. It's all just silver now. You can't read anything. The front plate, fine. But I noticed that the other day. I was like, I hope this isn't a problem.
Well, you can just get a new license plate because in Minnesota we can get Save the Habitat or get a Vikings plate or whatever you want, and it's an extra $30, and then you can even get it personalized if you want. So you know what, the TheMuff1nMon could survive again.
Yeah, I'll wait until I have to go for my. Listen, I have a question.
Yes.
In Minnesota, do you have to get your car inspected yearly?
Nope.
That is
California and New York thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, it must be, because I'm like, oh, I'll let, when I go for my yearly inspection, they'll let me know what's going on. And then like others, I've heard other people like, what do you talk about yearly inspection? Because I remember talking to Sean, who lives in Canada. Like, Canada doesn't have anything like
no regulations in Canada.
I thought, is that a U.S. thing? And then other people in the U.S. are like, no, it's not in my state. We don't do that. I'm like, oh wow.
I'm guessing it's more progressive states because it's California. My father-in-law always talks about his car's smogged, which I'm like, okay, cool. And then, yeah, I guess it's just to keep cars from, no catalytic converter, I guess, and polluting the environment. So, we salute you for doing your part.
Love paying for it.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I did have to pay an EV tax this year, $200. Annual EV tax on my title because I'm not paying any gas tax.
Oh, I mean,
hey, you know what? The 200 extra bucks, believe me, at the price of gas right now, I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, very good. By the way, I did have one personalized plate. My dad, I guess he thought I was being cool for me. He got one for me when I was in high school, and it said Todd O. So, all the high schoolers thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, if you guys, anybody out there listening right now, if you had a personalized license plate or you have an interesting story about your gamer tag, let me know. All I will say is mine is pretty boring, but the fact is when Sony finally let you change your gamer tag, like after all those years, like everyone thought everything's going to break. Mine didn't, but I couldn't get the exact one I wanted. So, but that's okay. I'm closer to consistent than I was before.
I will say my PlayStation name, and I think somewhere, maybe my Epic account, are not this tag.
Okay.
And that's probably good. I'm not going to say, listen, I don't know if you've seen the PlayStation hacking stories going around.
Yeah. You're a big timer, Kevin. Like you and Kevin,
PSN account. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to keep my PSN account located, in Discord and stuff. People I trust.
Turn on your two-factor authentication.
I got it.
No, he didn't have his on though. That's the funny part.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought he said he didn't.
No. So what? So we don't have to go into.
You want to start with the bad news? Yeah. Watch your PSN account, folks.
Yeah. So what happened is they used social engineering. They turned off his two-factor authentication.
Oh, wow.
So essentially,
they must have had some of his information then.
Essentially, what I've gathered from this situation, if you guys want, again, bad news of the week, is that PSN is quite vulnerable, apparently, where all you need to know is a person's email address that they use for the account and then the date of a transaction. So if you know that they bought something on a day, you could, and you get the right customer service person, they will give you access to that account because they think that is proof that you are the owner of that. Yes.
That's
this
horrific.
is apparently has been happening for a while, and Sony's been quiet, and it's blowing up now that it happened to someone prominent in the space. But yeah, it's crazy out there.
You know what, Kevin? I have a Squarespace website, and I think it has better security than that.
It's wild. I took my payment info off of PlayStation because I'm like, just I don't think I'm gonna be there's no reason to target me. I'm not primarily even a PlayStation. Like, what are you gonna sell my account for, right? Like, you can't get much for it, but like, just to be safe.
Wow. Yeah, folks, be careful. Take all of your accounts, change your passwords frequently. But the fact is, they've got to change their front end. That is too. There's a game that somebody wants to buy every day, especially big releases.
Mm-hmm.
Just time it to that, and you're kind of in the door. So yeah, and then also use a non-standard email address. I guess can't get
something.
Oh, well. That's a little bad news. You know what, Kevin? I will follow that up with bad news that turned into sad news that turned into good news.
Great.
Mine was the fact that Bungie announced that they are finally stopping development on Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
I believe their last update will be June 6th. It's early June. And then after that, they will be keeping the game alive. You can still buy content for it, but they won't be adding any new content. And I believe they will still be maintaining servers and such as that. And the which is sad because obviously it's the end of an era, but it's 14 years or no, 12 years. 12 years, I think it's been out. Because it came out 2013 in alpha, then officially launched in 2014. So we're talking 12 years. And I guess the thing that a lot of people would say is Bungie has had a lot of bad news. I'm glad they're telling us in advance, and we'll still be able to keep things around. The bad news is all that old content that's been basically vaulted away. Apparently, they said they're not even going to put the resources in to release that because apparently it's all tied to like all of the old stuff because originally that game came out on PS3 and Xbox.
Yep. 360. Yeah. There were the original Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah, so I it's sad, but maybe they could have used some of that the talent they're going to let go to actually maybe update that content, make a complete Destiny that you can buy every piece of Destiny content for like $100. You know, make it like a collector's edition or something, like kind of as a goodbye present to anybody who wants to just jump into Destiny. Because right now, jumping to Destiny, it's a fool's errand. Like myself, I stopped on Last Light and I'm totally probably lost. But the good news, though, is it made me remember all the good times I had with Destiny. I remember that when that game was announced, I'm like, holy cow, this sounds so unique. And it was a unique game for its time. A PvE game that was focused on PvE events, things like that. A 3-man fire team going in 3 different classes in this really cool new universe by the creators of Halo. I mean, kind of crazy. Going independent, but signing with Activision to fund them. And then the alpha, people got into that and like, wow, it was kind of fun just to talk to anybody because you wanted to play. And I met a lot of friends during the alpha. Then when that game officially launched, then it was just all of the things that people had never experienced before because a lot of people never played WoW or things like that. The raid and all that, the content got released and all of the characters and all the different storylines. Then the ups and downs of Destiny 1, Activision saying good, they made them make Destiny 2. And then after that, it's kind of like, well, you're not making the kind of money that we want to get from a studio, so we're letting you go, or will you buy yourself out? And then they went independent, and then they went to Sony. But still, this has now prompted me, Kevin, to go back in and finish the fight, or whatever they say in Destiny. That's Halo, right?
Yeah, it's Halo too.
I'm going to finish Last Light and then the Final Shape. So I've already joined a new clan, Clint from over at Spring the Nerd. He said, hey, I think a lot of people are going to get in that nostalgia mode of finally going back get back into it, and then finish the final content. So that's what I do. My son was a big Destiny 2 fan, so I'm going to ask him to be a Sherpa, and I'm just going to try to enjoy it.
That's awesome. So I have a complicated history with Destiny, I would say, where I thought everybody had just smooth sailing with this. No, I was there day one for Destiny 1. I played in the alpha. I went to the midnight release. I got I literally, like, sometimes a memory will pop up, like, on social media. It's like, hey, this was like however long ago. It's like the Destiny, me going to the midnight release. I'm like, oh yeah, good times. I was so excited for that game. And I actually really loved Destiny 1. I put maybe 1,000+ hours into that game. Like, I was hardcore into it. I was a Titan. I rocked the helm of Saint 14. I was all about like defense, blind and like
getting that Galahorn for the first time, right?
I was in it, man. I did the raids like Vault of Glass. I was Sherpa. Me and my brother would Sherpa people through the raids. I did some of the. Like, I remember Crota's End and like just doing it so many times. I don't even need to know. Like, I could run it in the dark. Like, I jump here. Like, you just know where to go without having to even see the stuff. It's just that game was so special when it came out. I still think the gunplay was amazing, even if the story wasn't everyone's cup of tea.
Very convoluted. Maybe there was a wizard on the moon.
Yeah. And then Destiny 2 came out, and I just really didn't vibe with it. I played through the story, the baseline story, and then I kind of just put it down. I personally wasn't a fan of a lot of the changes they made to how, like, loot and stuff worked in Destiny 2. So I never even did the expansions for Destiny 2. My love was always for Destiny 1. I own Destiny 2. I think I have tons of the expansions too, because I think PlayStation gave them away at some point on PS Plus. So like I could, if I ever got I'm glad to know it's going to be there if I ever want to just go experience a story.
Yeah, I mean, this trailer, I remember when this came out with, what was it, Led Zeppelin song? It was so amazing, live action, mixed with everything. Made me so excited what it was going to be. And every time they'd announce a new expansion, I'm like, ooh, that looks shiny. But they overly complicated the game. They did so many things that I felt like, wow, we're just stubbing our toe. They introduced so many different forms of currency, ways you could buy things. And then it's like, a lot of it felt like it was a lot of work just to get something cool. Gallahorn. Remember when I finally got Gallahorn, and then eventually, I think they just allowed everybody to get it. So it was a situation where, I had so many friends. We had so much fun experience. Kevin, I wanted to raid so badly, and I never could just because of timing and to get a raid group together because there was no real way to do it.
I used to use Reddit. There was a looking for group Reddit.
That's what I had to do.
Yeah.
I found a website, LFG. Yeah.
Yep. Which shouldn't be the case. There should have been a better way to find but I remember the longest raid I ever did was, it was whatever the last expansion for the Taken King. Is that what they was called? King,
was it? Yeah. Cause I think the Witch Queen was in Destiny 2.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So that raid, not a hard raid if you know what you're doing, but my brother and I were Sherping people through it, and we must have gotten they're very inexperienced, never done it before. Yes. But man, I think we were there for 6 to 8 hours. They just could not get the mechanics down. They couldn't do it. And there were times where we would just mute ourselves.
Wipe, right? And then you always wipe.
Get really frustrated. I'm sitting there talking to them. I think we might just need to call it. I don't know if these guys got it. But then you eventually overcome it. And it's okay, feels good to actually have got through it, but was it worth the time investment for me? Probably not, but it was a fun time for sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's where I felt so much goodwill in that game was all about the people that would be your Sherpa. And my son even became a Sherpa for me. And it was so amazing to have that community. It was a pretty positive community, even the PvP part. I never really play PvP in games, but I did in this. I had a lot of fun in the Gauntlet.
Same.
And so I'll remember it forever. Cade, there's so many cool characters. I mean, when we had I'm blanking on his name, who died, Lance Henricks.
Commander. I don't remember. Is it Commander something? He was the Titan guy.
Yep, great voice in the hurry, Guardian! all those voices were amazing. Gotta love them. And then Nathan Fillion is Cade 6. Great character, so much fun. Forsaken, that was a great expansion. So right now the hard part with Destiny is I don't know what's available to play, and that's the one of the biggest saddest things. The vaulting of content.
Yeah, it's lame.
Yeah. Yep. So you know what? Like I said, sad, but I am glad that. It made me think about it, and I'm going to check in on old Destiny friends. I have rejoined a clan, and when I eventually have time, I will get back into it. So, and my son will gladly help me because he knows his old man sucks. So we'll go from there. So, Kevin, any other news you wanted to talk about that you're excited about in the world of just anything?
Well, can I talk about sports in this section? Or is that coming?
Absolutely, because now all of my teams have been eliminated. The Timberwolves are out. The Wild are out, and the Vikings don't play until the fall. So I am ready for something else. So yes.
Great. So I'm going to talk to you about soccer, football for everyone outside of the U.S. As anyone watching the video can tell, I'm wearing an Arsenal kit. I have an Arsenal flag on my wall, and Arsenal are once again Premier League champions for the first time in 22 years. We have not won the title in 22 years. I'm 33, so I have never seen them lift the Premier League. I've seen them lift other like the FA Cup and smaller trophies. We have a chance to win the Champions League, which we never won, coming up next weekend. But this has been something like, since I've been watching, since it was broadcast in the U.S., we've never won it. We've gotten close the last 3 years, finishing second, and we finally got over the line. Officially, we won it on Tuesday when Manchester City drew to Bournemouth. And you should have seen me, Todd, watching that game. And the last few weeks have been me quite stressed about, are we actually going to do it this year? I'm watching that Bournemouth game, Man City game. And when Bournemouth go up, I leap off my couch, jumping around for joy. Like, there's still 45 minutes left to play. I don't care. I'm like, oh, it's going to happen. This is going to be the day. I'm sitting there like biting my nails. Man City equalized in the 95th minute. And I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like, that's still, we're a draw is perfect. And then we do it. And then I spend the next, I don't know, 2 hours just watching people freak out online, celebrate in the streets. But today was when we actually got to like lift the trophy. So watch this game, which is a meaningless game in the end. Like, we win 2-1. We both teams played their like B teams because like we both have big cup finals and different competitions coming up. But then you just watch the trophy celebration afterwards. You watch all the players that you've been watching for 9 months now, right? Celebrate, lift the trophy. All the fans get excited. They're chanting, jumping around. And it's just like, it's I don't know how to describe it. If you're not a fan of soccer, football, or sports in general, you probably don't understand. Like, it's not us out on the field, but you feel what is it? They call it that, the sixth man in some sports. You are there. You are. Yeah.
Anything you do wrong when you're watching a game, Kevin, you'll feel like you blamed yourself, right?
You feel such an overwhelming amount of joy and emotions, sadness when they lose, and so it's like, when you finally get something like this so big, it means that much more. And yeah, I just 22 years is a long time to wait. Certainly, we've been through it, but I'm just so happy that we're finally champions again. And now we start preparing for next season. And but now we're gonna enjoy being the champions.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Because Premier League, that is is it UK or just England?
It's it's primarily England. There have been a few Welsh teams that like Swansea, like it depends, but primarily
Ireland and Scotland are
no. Scotland has their own league. Ireland has their own league, but there are a few Welsh teams that can compete in the Premier League. But
there's La Liga. Is that just a different Latin America?
La Liga, Spain.
Spain, okay.
Yeah, and then you have the Bundesliga, which is Germany. You have Ligue 1, which is France. So everyone has like all the European countries have their own leagues.
What about Latin America, South America?
Yeah, they have. They do. Yeah, I can't remember the names of a lot of them. They're not like the big leagues in the world. Like America has MLS, Major League Soccer, which is okay.
It's where old stars of the other leagues go to come back and play.
It is. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And then other than that, obviously the World Cup is coming. Big deal. I know Max Steele in our group and a lot of others are really excited for that. I will watch as kind of an outsider. I played soccer, loved playing soccer, never just was a fan of just watching. Not sure why. I just enjoyed playing more than anything else. But yeah, so it's one of those things, right? Like I'm outside. It's like racing. Not a big racing fan either. Just I love my standard ball sports, but yeah, I watching it is amazing. And we have the Minnesota Football Club here, which is cool to have our own team.
Yes, you do.
It's very close. And then we have the Loons, and then we have a women's football team as well. So it's very cool. Love all this. Yeah, we have in New York. Obviously, we have the Red Bulls, but for me, that's like they're like 4 hours away. So it doesn't even feel like a local. And it's like
it's not the city I live in, but like the city in New York, there was rumors we were going to get a soccer team, like we're going to make a stadium, get a soccer team, which is still up in the air at the moment. But like that would be awesome to have a team, even if they're not in MLS. Or I think they'd be in the division below that, but like something local, something like Arsenal is always going to be my team. And just like, I don't know. This is a very American thing. Some people can feel the way they want, but like, Americans have a thing where you don't have to be from that place to root for that team.
No,
that is a very foreign concept to us. Correct. Of like of needing, and that's not how it is other play. Like a lot, like especially in Europe for football, they're like, if you're not from that location, you're viewed a little like, oh, you big glory fan. Hunter. Yeah. Something like
or
you
a bandwagoner.
Yeah. Something like that. And we don't have, I kind of like that we don't have out there because you don't get as much judgment. It's like, bro, I watched every game. I wake up early. I'll like, I'm there. How am I less of a fan than you? Like if they come to the US, I go watch their, like, it's a whole thing.
It takes a lot of effort when you're not there either, right? It's not like, oh, it's turnkey even, but I mean, now it's easier, but back in the day, hard to watch. Even like me as I'm an occasional hockey fan. Like I grew up loving the Red Wings, but the problem is a lot of hockey games are just hard to find if you're not local. So then, I've been in Minnesota for 20 some odd years now. So I've just converted to the Wilds and it's just the way it is. But yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I have it in, college, college sports is big in the United States, not big anywhere else really. But I'm a Michigan State grad, but I've got so many people in the state of Michigan that did not go to college that are University of Michigan fans. And we call them Walmart Wolverines. My sister is one of them. She did not go to the University of Michigan. And yet she roots for them. Like, wait, mom and dad paid for college. You should be like, where's the family sport? So, I don't understand it. I don't understand. Like, what's your alliance except you like a winner? I get it. But it's it's harder to like a team that hasn't won in a long time. But one last question. Where is Arsenal actually located?
They're North London. So they're based in North London. And it was almost an even better day because Arsenal's rivals are Tottenham Hotspur. They are local. They're 4 miles apart. So in the US, our rival, like the rivals for the New York Red Bulls are like the Philadelphia Union, which are like hours away,
States away.
Even New York City FC. They kind of try to make it like they weren't there when the Red Bulls were formed, but they're like, oh, you're in the same city, you have to be rivals now, right? They kind of trying to force that. So like that one's closer, but it's still like an hour plus. This is like you're miles away from your local rivals in England. So Tottenham, 4 miles down the road, like you can literally, if you zoom in, you can see the stadiums. They were fighting to stay in the league today.
Okay.
So it was almost...
What is it? It's what do they call that?
Relegation.
Relegation, yes.
So it was almost a perfect day of them getting kicked out of the league while we won the league. Unfortunately, they did win and they get to stay another year. But
your petty battle will continue for years. It's so much fun.
We'll take it. Yeah, it's not much of a battle.
To be at least competent, right? You don't want them to be like bad.
Nah. I want to destroy them.
I'm the same way. I'm like, I will never root for Michigan. Never.
Yeah.
Why would I care?
I'm not one of those people that's like, I want them to be competitive, have a good game. Like, I want to utterly obliterate them. Like, I want them to be horrible. I want them to suffer.
Yeah. So you know what? Fandom means that you become very petty, which is fine. You know what? Yes. And then when a player from that team goes to your team, you're like, you know what? Wait, do you hold a grudge then too?
Well, it doesn't. So that's a little more taboo in the soccer or football world over in Europe. That doesn't happen very much. Between Arsenal and Tottenham, it's only happened recently. I think the last time literally was like 20 something years ago, and it was Sol Campbell, and he told them he was staying, and then he joined us. And then won the league with us back when, like 22 years ago, right? Like he's a legend at our club now after they loved him. So it doesn't happen very much for us. There are a few other like London teams that like we bought a few of their players and now they won the league with us that people can be mad about. But for our main rivals, it really is kind of frowned upon.
Okay, so Kevin stands firm. His heart can't be swayed, and congratulations. Right. Cheers. oi, oi, oi. I don't know, whatever they say in Arsenal. I'm sure they have their own cheer, their own songs, and all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, most of the videos I've seen, it's just everyone jumping up and down, going champions.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. I like that. I love that. Yeah. When I was in Europe, I did get a I forgot what the big football club in Munich is, or
Bayern,
Munich or Berlin. I did get one of their scarves. So
yeah,
why not? Yeah. It's cool looking, if anything else, Fake fan, yeah, that's me. All right, let's get into food. Let's get into the real fun stuff. So food, really quickly. My wife has been working hard. She's looking for a new career option, and so she's been interviewing, and she had this really awesome job interview. She worked really hard on. My son was saying, "Hey, Dad, could we just get mom food and just to cheer on? Thank you for yeah, son, great." When your son's 20, start saying this stuff, you're like, "Oh, yeah, I feel so good. You're a good kid." So he's like, "What should we get?" I'm like, "I know what. Your mom loves pho." So we have a place called Bun Me, and that's what we got. So this is their Instagram page. They make some really awesome food, Vietnamese, really good stuff. They even have Korean hot dog, the ones that are coated in cheese and everything.
Yeah.
Hot, I don't know. They do some everything that's crazy. But I always go with the banh mi. I love a banh mi. It's great. And I got the char siu banh mi. Oh, this is them making something else. But let's see, maybe this one. Nope, that's not the right picture. Don't know why it's not hitting that. It's just showing me everything. Great food, delicious, awesome things. They sell mochi donuts now too. Great pho, and we got to go. And can't say enough. Great Vietnamese food. I love the fact that in my small town we have this awesome food, and it makes me very, very happy. So check out your own Vietnamese place and just have some awesome dishes. They have so many good things to eat.
That is Vietnamese food is not something I don't know if we even have a place to run. I don't think I've ever gone to a Vietnamese restaurant. It always looks good, but it's again, I don't even know where a location like that would be in where I live. We have basically every other
rural
cuisine.
New York, Kevin, or
I wouldn't say rural. I grew up in rural New York, but we are in we have suburbs, and I'm in a more non-rural area, but I'm not.
How far to get to Manhattan for you?
Oh, 4.5 hours.
Okay, so you're closer to are you North New York or
I'm in upstate New York. Yeah, I'm in upstate New York. If we want to limit it to
an Albany or Syracuse
location,
that area. Okay.
Yeah, we'll limit it to yeah. So we're in a little we're in New York City. Then yes, there's for sure Vietnamese.
I was gonna say yeah. Well, I'm 20 miles south of the Twin Cities, so we are close enough, but we are in the burbs in Minnesota. When you're 20 minutes out of the Twin Cities, then means that you're pretty close to farms though at that point. So we do get a mix of things. So I would check it out. I mean, a lot of it is French inspired. That's why they use baguettes and a lot of things for their sandwiches because the French were in war first before the U.S. did in Vietnam. So a lot of cool food, but a lot of that Southeast Asian food. Plus, they would do some amazing spring rolls that are fresh. That are really good to eat. Rolls. They're very good. Or the baked, and they have also my favorite indulgence is the crab cream cheese crab rolls or crab puffs. I mean, they're so bad for you, but why not? It's so good. Well, if you get a chance, check it out. I'm sure you could probably find one when you're traveling abroad. But that is that. One question: are you going to SGF? Or are you not heading off?
No, I'm not. I'm not. Unfortunately, would love to eventually go out there, but no, it's not something I can swing at the moment.
Yeah, totally get it. Yeah. For where you're at, it's kind of that's a long haul.
It is
coast to coast.
It is very much. It's literally 7 hours or something by plane just to get there. So, I mean, I have some food I can brag about too.
Give it to me. I love food. My
wife is half Lebanese.
All right.
So she does all the cooking, if I'm being honest, for our household. But she knows I love Lebanese food, Mediterranean food. So she made me some homemade falafel and hummus, along with some homemade pita wraps. And my God, I just love them so much. I could genuinely eat these for every other meal. I never get. I could eat hummus with a spoon, Todd. Let me tell you, I love hummus so much
with the pita. Yeah, I mean it's pretty amazing that they can take, what is it? Is it hummus's chickpeas?
Chickpeas, yeah.
Yeah. And then that's what, and falafel's chickpea.
Yeah,
as well,
falafel's
right?
chickpea too. Yeah, we have a lot of. I'm a big chickpea guy. Like I will fry.
So good for you though.
I will air fry
legumes.
chickpeas. Yeah, I will air fry chickpeas. Like if you're ever looking for just a little snack, air fry some chickpeas with some seasoning on them, just like little nice little crunch. Crunchy. Oh my god, yeah, so
like,
good.
They're like was it corn? What was the old corn things? Corn nuts, right?
Yeah,
It's a chickpea. It's really good.
It's healthy.
I love chickpeas on salad. I mean, they just add a lot of fiber. Legumes are one of the healthiest things for you. So the Mediterranean diet, man, that's it's a good for you.
She obviously she's big into it. She follows that. She eats a lot of like salmon and stuff. But yeah, this is where I go to. I will eat this nonstop.
And this is not what you sent me. I just looked up falafel. Yes. This has some type of probably yogurt sauce or something to it.
Yeah, that's probably tzatziki on it.
Yeah, which I made tzatziki sauce once. It's a lot of work, a lot of cucumbers, but it tastes so good. And it's like, I'll use this again. I always forget it's there. I'm like, what's this sauce I made? And I still eat it. So yeah, the famous thing in a container in the refrigerator that's not identified. So that's awesome. I mean, I love that when someone loves to make food. Like last night I made, what did I make last night? My son came home, so I made something which I don't remember, but this morning I made breakfast for them and they were very happy with it. I like making breakfast, so it's always a thing.
Yeah, I love breakfast. I love breakfast food too. We had some waffles there. I will tell you what, one of the best gifts I ever got my wife for Christmas was like a legit waffle maker that was like a few $100. Like,
is it the one where you can turn it? Does that thing?
No. Okay. Ours opens like you open it up and it has like 4 squares and you like put it down, but it has all these knobs on it. It's like a really it's pretty intense, but it makes the best waffles.
You know what, Kevin? I like gadgets, so Cuisinart makes this amazing panini. Oh, is this it? It's like this. Maybe I can find it. Mine's the more advanced one, but I'll show you a picture of this. This Cuisinart thing, it essentially is a panini maker, and then it has grates you can replace that will make it like a flat.
Oh yeah, that's open. Cool. Yeah,
and then you can put in. Let's see if they have. Oh yeah, and then you can put in a panini plates, and then you can buy the very deep waffles as well plates. This thing's a beast. I love it to pieces. And yeah, I mean, it's not the really high end thing, but for me, it's like it takes a griddle, does everything you need. It's like a Frankenstein device that for me has been very happy. It can be like your George Foreman grill in a lot of ways too.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
It's so cool. Yeah. So I mean, and I love gadgets. I love ease of use, and I also got this amazing Ninja blender that has like the attachments so you can do smoothies right in the Go cups.
Yeah, we have the Ninja Creamy, the ice cream one, like the big old.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that just is a lot of device, but it's got to be awesome, right?
Oh yeah. We made chocolate, peanut butter, coconut ice cream the other day, and it was so good.
I love good. My wife keeps telling me we need an ice cream maker because we have one of those like cheap ones that are really small.
Yeah,
that makes like one bowl of ice cream, and it's like 3 hours later you have to freeze the core thing. Yeah, so it's like you're doing it right. It just becomes like a I envy you. So by the next time you come on, I would love you to show me your ice cream creations. That would be amazing.
I'll do my best.
So let's get into what we watched. So I have 2 things. Do you want to kick it off or?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I really watched this week that was like new was The Boys finale.
Okay.
And I don't know about you because I've seen some mixed opinions on this on this final season, on this series finale. Certainly.
Should we do this really quick? I don't know if we're gonna have any spoilers, but we should probably say if you've not watched it, probably mute for like 5 minutes and then come back.
Yeah, sure. I think overall the season was good. I don't think it was great. It's certainly like I still think season 1, 2, and 3 are probably the best the show has to offer. I think season 4 was kind of is the weak point for me personally. But I liked a lot of what was going on in season 5, especially the first 2 episodes I thought were really strong. There's a few things in the middle there where I think kind of meanders and we don't progress the plot enough. But I know like the last 2 episodes have been very divisive, where like they have the lowest IMDb rating. People didn't seem to like them. I thought the last episode was really good, and I thought the finale wrapped everything up pretty nicely. Since we have the spoilers tag, like I loved the ending of for Homelander. Like I don't know how else you end that character. I think he was hilarious for before he met his end there. I don't know. Did you like the finale? Did you like the final season?
I did, because this could have been a show that went on way too long. 5 seasons is probably the right spot. I read the comic at the beginning. I probably want to go now and read the comic, like to finish it out, to see what decisions do they make, what changes. And I obviously watched Gen V as well, and that show is over now. But I think they wrapped up all of the storylines that I thought needed to be wrapped up in a way. At some point, you thought some characters were going to get redemption. Obviously, some didn't. Some did in unique ways. And I would say the deaths mattered. Yeah. And they had enough fun side episodes, like that one episode that was just, about terror and the different characters.
I love that episode.
That was amazing. And then you got that one episode with, was it Jared Padalecki? Who was a retired soup. He was kind of like selling off things. And then you saw like all of the celebrities there, and the way they died was just hilarious, because it was like a comedy of errors, and I loved it to pieces. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Supernatural fan. So obviously seeing Jensen Ackles and then Jared and Misha popping up, and like there's a I don't know if you've seen the bloopers where they do that scene as their Supernatural characters.
Oh really? Oh
yeah. So he's like Dean. He's like, I know you're a hero guy. Like, this guy's a dick, right? And it's like he's in there. He's like, oh, we either blast him. He's like, yeah, I kind of like the guy though. He wears red, white, and blue. Who doesn't like that? And he's like, I'm like, yo, it's so good. Like, if you I'm sure you can find the blooper pretty easily, but like I'm like, they know what they're doing. They're having fun here. Again, was the finale perfect for me? No, I think like Soldier Boy kind of got just like put back in a box.
Yeah,
and I assume they'll address that in Vought Rising, but I think that's a little bit of a cop out. Like, I would have loved that to just been like the prequel series. I think the Gen V characters were they were relegated to cameos in the finale, which made me question like what was the point in that series in general, because they didn't add anything to the overall that show. To me, I really do think the death of Chance, the one character
Perdomo, Chance Perdomo, was that his name?
I really think that his death changed the whole changed the whole trajectory of what they had planned for that series, and kind of made it pointless, like especially season 2. So I do feel bad in that aspect, that maybe they couldn't do what they wanted to do. But for a finale for the boys, like I got conclusion for Huey and Butcher, even though I think maybe, I don't want to say it was rushed, Butcher's ending, but I could have used like maybe 20 more minutes to like have a little build up for that, It
felt a little bit too much like, oh, all these things happened, and then you got obviously what happened to Terror. It just felt like it was, and then you got the thing that happened with his, with Homelander's son as well. It kind of felt like, let's just do everything
now,
add to him, even after he kind of did the the unthinkable thing that we never thought was going to happen. Because every time you thought something was going to go wrong, right, it went wrong. And it just felt like, well, they're never going to get this right. It's going to end horribly. But I think, to your point, I think every character kind of got a rethread, and we're in a place that I think I kind of figured that was the best we could probably asked for, considering it could have gone horribly. And we've had horrible endings before. Endings are hard to do. I mean, very rarely do you have the perfect ending.
I was gonna say, I do kind of like they've left the door open if they ever want to go back to this universe is the thing. Like clearly, because we're not really like Homelander's gone, but we're not really much better off than we were when the show started. Like soups are still going to be an issue. Like there's still going to be bad people in the world. Like
some people are right back to where they were when they started the show.
Exactly. So like, listen, I'm not saying Butcher was right for what he wanted to do, but I get it. Like I understand why he wanted to do it.
Yeah, because it's certain things you like I said, you watched on TV and you kind of saw like, oh, he's in charge again.
Yeah.
Or Bobby. I love Bobby, the character Bobby. And then he's, and it's kind of fun. And that you took this is kind of feeling like, when you finish a game and it's like, oh, you can go and now just keep playing. And I felt like that's where, to your point, it's like they won a battle. But nothing has really changed, and we know there's other things, secrets and things that are going to be arising, and kind of like even Gen V, you kind of had one of those characters that that formed, Godalkin University and all that storyline, and kind of like, well, is that still open? Are they going to close it? You never know. And somebody obviously, So I don't know if there's anything more to say. I do appreciate kind of like the fact that we did get a show like this in today, where they didn't hold back from kind of telling a story, and then it's amazing some people never figured out that
they were being made fun of. It's wild that some people didn't pick up immediately that this was a parody of them. But also shout out the Deep, stayed true to the end. All right.
Exactly. You know what? He knew who he was. Yep. I mean,
funny as a horrible person, but funny as hell.
Oh yeah, because you just think at one point like, wait, is he just that dumb?
Yeah,
but you know what? Shout out to podcasters and shout out to guys who ride Cybertrucks. He's all over it. Oh boy. Well, you know what? At this point we did get that trailer, and I can probably turn off the spoilers now for Vought Rising. So we are going to get a lot more of those characters. We did see some of them. Was it Bomb Site, and some of those characters from the past, which is going to be interesting. And I'm interested to see how that changes the tone of the boys in a lot of ways. Yeah. We'll see.
I'll be watching.
Yeah. Well, very cool. If you haven't watched The Boys, I tell you, don't show it to the kids. Not a good thing
certainly
to
not.
show them.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. And then let's see. For me, I saw Mando and Grogu, the Grogulorian, as you want to call it, in the theater. I am mixed on Star Wars for the most part these days. It's not, to me, it's not like it's at where it has been in the past. It feels like it's in a new place because Kathleen Kennedy is gone, and then we've got Filoni kind of running the creative, and then we've got another guy doing the business side of it, which makes sense because he's got to run the other properties as well, and the business side. But this was written by Filoni, Jon Favreau, and somebody else, and then was Favreau the director? I can't remember. Maybe Favreau was. I think he was. I think he was the director for this. But I would say the best thing about this is if you liked Mandalorian season 1 and 2, this feels like a 2-part episode of The Mandalorian.
Interesting. Okay.
If you have not seen season 3 and you didn't see Book of Boba Fett, you could still see this. I would say even if you hadn't seen any of The Mandalorian, you could probably watch this with a quick all you need to know in 30 seconds. Because realistically, this movie was not about big spoilers. It wasn't about big reveals. It was essentially just kind of like the Monster of the Week type of episode where it was very streamlined, very focused. And kind of that's what I really loved about The Mandalorian in the past. It wasn't like it had to be connected to every character. Didn't have to, connect the dots. It was just a good story. I thought some of the action sequences were excellent. And a lot of it made me laugh. Some of it made me oh, that's not right. Oh, well, Todd, just let it go. Have fun. And then I tell you, if you did not like the Jabba the Hutt animation, or you have not liked any of the way the Hutts have been animated, you will still not be happy with the way they're animated. And they do something real. I guess this is not really spoilers, but I always felt like the Hutts should not be speaking English.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
They speak a lot of English in this, and I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like it. I want them to still
give me their jumbled language.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
you didn't hear a name and it's just like, oh, I recognize that syllable or something like that. But no, they've got one character that basically speaks human the whole, which is fine. I didn't mind his character, but he was kind of like, so. And there's no end credit scene, so Star Wars is not going down that path. And I would say, unless you really love Star Wars and Mandalorian, I'd say just wait till it shows up on Disney Plus in 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not a last Star Wars thing I watched was I tried to watch The Mandalorian. I didn't. I gave it 3 episodes and I was respectfully bored out of my mind.
Okay. So if the first 3 episodes didn't get you, yeah. So do you know about like the big like thing at season 2? Like, do you know like kind of some of the spoilers that were out there?
I genuinely know nothing about this show.
I will say season 2 is like the most nostalgia scene. Like even me, it kind of like made me so happy. And then season 3 was like, oh, I guess they're doing all the rebels and Clone Wars and all that stuff. And they went hard on that season 3.
Okay.
Yeah, not for me. And then the Book of Boba Fett was very subpar, and they even like half of the episodes were devoted to the Mandalorian. So it's a weird thing, and it's going to be interesting to see where Star Wars goes next. So, but with that, Star Wars, are you interested in any of the Star Wars property at this point? Starfighter is coming out with Ryan
Johnson says it?
No, the Barbie Ken.
Ryan Gosling.
Yes. So he's in it. That's the only thing that gets me really excited because I feel like he picks good projects.
Yeah, I haven't watched any Star Wars movies since what was the last one, the nine, whatever number 9 is.
Was it Rise of Skywalker?
Yes, the Rise of Skywalker, which I think so. Which I thought was not great. I mean, The Last Jedi, I think, is an abomination of a film, and that really killed my interest. But I was like, I got to see the trilogy through at least. But I just haven't felt the need to like watch any more Star Wars. Like I was really, I like. The originals, obviously, I like the prequels. I think are good, and then I liked the 7th movie where they introduced Rey and Kylo Ren. I was like, okay, I'm down for this.
Very constrained. It felt like it told a really, a cool story. Yeah,
and then they killed it for me. And I just haven't had any interest in Star Wars since that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think for myself, I've always enjoyed lately. I've just enjoyed the games more than I have enjoyed the movies.
Fair, yeah.
All right. Let's get any so let's see. Did you have any music, books, or hobbies? I didn't have anything myself this week.
No, I mean nothing really for me. I think the band Stand Atlantic, which they're a pop punk band. They put out their new single after a few albums where they've been like experimenting with some new sounds. I will say they've kind of gone back to what their sound of previous albums was. So I'm not that I didn't like their other stuff, but I do like when bands, give me something that feels familiar. So so it's not the band Stand Atlantic, is just Stand Atlantic is their name. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's rocking we're talking what, late 90s, early 2000s, shirt over a long sleeve. I love it. That's like my wheelhouse.
From Australia, so I assume that fashion just hit there,
Of course. I got the wallet chain. We're talking about it.
Yeah. That's really the only thing for me in music, books, or hobbies.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, I love good music. I'm so excited about all the music I'm going to be seeing. We're seeing a really cool trio that are from, I believe, I think they're from the Czech Republic. They play classical guitar, but to modern music, tunes. And then they also have a drummer and another guy who plays bass, I believe. So it's like a trio. This guy is amazing. It's like when you hear that like amazing guitar, it's like, how do they do that? It's fast and Spanish influence thing. So we're seeing them. It's amazing. And then I'm gonna see some other music this summer. So more stuff planned. And I'm wrapping up the summer. I'm gonna see My Chemical Romance at Target Field for the 25th anniversary of the Black Parade. So very excited.
I saw their anniversary tour for the Black Parade. Are they still doing that? Like I saw it, I feel like 2 years ago at this point. Are they still?
Well, I thought it was the 25th. Like maybe it's the 25th anniversary of the album, and so it's like that's the big thing. So I've got a buddy coming from Washington State. We're gonna go see it. He's bringing us his 2 grown kids, and we're just gonna have fun. So I just love that.
Yeah, it was great. It was my first time seeing My Chemical Romance, and they put on a fantastic show. So I love that album too. So that's my favorite My Chemical Romance album. So yeah, it was a great show. They had water parks open for them, which I also like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, enjoy. It's going to be a great time.
I'm excited for it, and I just saw that was announced. Our Lady Peace, who I've only seen once before. They're, I think, going at like they're going to be celebrating 30 years, and they don't visit. They're a Canadian band. They don't always hit all the U.S. cities, but they're coming to Minneapolis in October. They're playing a really cool venue, but it's expensive. Holy cow! And I'm like,
yeah.
But I guess if it's just me going, that's cool. I don't mind seeing concerts by myself, especially if there's nobody else that's a big fan of it. So I will be going, and it's fine. If it's just me, I'll be okay with spending a little bit of money. But I'm also short, and I hate band concerts where it's like all one level. So this place does have a balcony, so I'm perfectly fine with that. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so that's me for music, and then some other things I'm getting into. But let's get into games, because I played a couple of games, so I'll mention those. But Kevin, Bubsy 4D. Okay, lay it on me, man. Lay it on me. Bubsy is like the butt of the jokes. Bubsy 3D is like the game that I don't know how many people played the game, but it's notorious. So has Bubsy been redeemed?
So I've never played the old Bubsy games. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only ever heard that they're flaming piles of dog poo. And I beat Bubsy 4D. It's very short, which I expected because it's a budget title. I think it's like $20. I got it for under that because it was like a pre-sale and stuff like that. So I think it's like 3 planets, 15 levels, and 3 of those are boss fights. It's like 150 yarn balls you can collect in each level, and then blueprints to unlock like new moves, which you don't really need the new moves, to be honest. They're just kind of there to be flashy. And I'd say the boss fights can be a little challenging as my one critique, but like I quite liked it. I know it's sitting in the 70s for reviews, but like I found Bubsy funny. I think his cast really helps him out. I never got tired of his humor where he makes fun of himself, right? The game knows what it is, and I think maybe the level design could have been a little bit better, but again, it's like budget constrained. So like I knew what I was getting into. So if you go into it with right expectations, I don't know, I had a great time. I sat there and played it, and I beat it in like 3 sittings or something. So I had a blast with Bubsy 4D.
So just to get us up to speed, what systems do you currently play on?
PC, PlayStation, Switch 2.
Okay, great. So basically, so PC, you can access all the Xbox content.
Yes.
And Steam and all those indie games. And then Switch 2 gets you that level of
Nintendo exclusives.
Yep. And then PlayStation gets you all of the console, kind of like higher end versions that maybe not be available on PC.
Yeah, I played this on PC. Like PC is my primary these days because I got a new one last summer. So I played this at 1080p, 240 FPS. So I was having a great time.
So playing for Bubsy 4D, does that make you now want to find a way to play Bubsy 3D?
No. It looks horrible.
I mean, look how good that looks. I mean,
terrible.
All of those polygons. There must be at least 12.
Looks so bad.
Oh,
no, play Bubsy 4D and pretend it's the first one ever.
And I don't even know if this was all like just on like D-pad. I don't think analog sticks I think they were optional at the time on PlayStation because you didn't, unless the I think it was the Dual Shock came out later in the life of the PlayStation.
Yeah, so it started with a D-pad.
So for many of these games, you were just using your D-pad. Oh, horrible. It looks just like as he scrolls the camera, it looks so slow. It just, oh boy, I don't even know what half those things are. Are those plants? I don't know. But yeah, that's good to hear. I love the fact that now, even the worst games are still pretty good wherever you play them, and the fact that they can make sounds like a very serviceable 3D platformer that is fun, knows what it is, and for $20, why not? It's fun.
Facts, yeah, I'm happy with it.
Oh, very cool. Do you have just a standard PC, or do you have like a handheld at all?
No, I used to have an ROG Ally. I sold it when I was raising funds for my PC.
Got it. Yeah. I have my Switch. Ideally, I would have gone to like PC and Switch 2, and then play all my PlayStation games eventually after they stop becoming PS5. But obviously, that's ending. So now it's just going to be like I hope my PS5 gets games for many, many years ahead.
Same.
And I don't have to buy a
interest in a PS6. Yeah.
I know, it's so sad because I see how many exclusives really came out that necessitated a PS5, and it was just very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I hope though, Kevin, because one thing I was going to say that I was happy about is we are getting that PlayStation State of Play, and that's coming out. I'm hoping that it's 60 minutes long. They're going to be talking about Wolverine, so they aren't just doing like, very low end like third party content, but they're also doing this PlayStation at Alamo theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an Alamo near me. It's about 20 minutes away or 30 minutes away, but it's not getting the showcase here. But in the past, PlayStation has hosted those at other theaters that I've gone to. And then Xbox did as well about 3 years ago at the Starfield reveal or launch or whatever. They had theaters where you could go to it. You could watch the direct or the showcase on the TV, and they give you like free like swag and things like that. So the fact that this is coming to a theater, that tells me this is going to be probably a big PlayStation like hefty showcase. I'm very excited for that.
So, I agree with you. I'm also excited to see what they put on. I think we're getting a showcase level state of play, and maybe I'm hyping it up too much, but I don't see any other reason they would give you such notice, be doing all these events. Like I'm fairly confident this is going to be something at least they think is going like an E3 level presentation.
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation's had so many face plants, and nobody knows what games are coming out. And I'm hoping this is where all those rumored games that are coming out are finally going to get showcased. And I'm going to ask you one question: if you could have one thing at the PlayStation State of Play that would make you a happy PlayStation gamer, what would it be?
See. I mean, if we're talking PlayStation land, a new Sly Cooper, like that's what I would want, a new Sly Cooper. If we're talking realistic possibilities, the next Tales of game.
Okay, so that's a third party game, right?
That's a third party thing, but that would be my biggest announcement. Yeah.
And so is that a Bandai Namco series?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, and they haven't had many. They haven't had many RPGs in a while, so it's been kind of like the Tales, and they've had a few others. But I mean, it seems like it's time for Bandai Namco to do something. We're not getting any new Tekken anytime soon, and it seems like they're been underwhelming lately. But maybe we'll get something new. For me, there's a couple things that I think could be announced, but man, I really feel like I want to see some of their classic franchise come back in a really cool way. So if I've heard this, I think we are going to be getting an Infamous collection that is actually available on something outside of the PlayStation streaming option, which I really hate. And I'd even take a Infamous remake, which would be cool. And obviously Sucker Punch is not going to be available, but they would be there to obviously potentially executive produce like Nintendo does, right? When Nintendo doesn't always develop their games, they hire like Bandai Namco, or they bring in Sega to do a lot of the heavy lifting in the development area, but they are there to like kind of say, yeah, you could do that. So I think they're going to start leaning to third parties and to do a lot of their development now that they got rid of Bluepoint. And I don't know if they're going to do any more PC development or so Nixies maybe comes in and helps those type of games. So we'll see. So yeah, I hope it's a big one. That's June 2nd. And it's right before the weekend. I'm going to be in Michigan that weekend. So
we got Summer Game Fest that weekend and the Xbox Showcase too.
I know. So my plan is probably going to do a best thing this week, the day of the PlayStation Showcase, and do all my predictions. So I'm going to be making plans to bring in some folks for that. So stay tuned for that. For myself, I played what's the name of the game? It just came out as a demo. It's called Tales of Elliot. Is that what it's called?
The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium
Adventures
Tales.
of Elliot. And then it's from Philabelia or whatever.
Yeah, Philadelphia or something. Yeah,
it's so weird. But the cool thing about this game, it is the 2D HD technology engine. I don't know if it's engine, whatever it is. But it's such amazing because you get these sprites, but you get these cool backgrounds. It does all of these cool effects that make it feel like it's the best of both worlds. It's that retro look plus modern technology, which feels like this could never have been done on those consoles back in the day. And typically it's only been either strategy or it's been turn-based RPGs, and that this is their first entry in a action RPG style. It's fully voice acted, which I was surprised. I mean, like, whoa. And let me see if I can find a kind of a video of it or whatever, because it's worth showing what it looks like, because I like it because it's also here's a little demo of this, or the Nintendo Direct, but it's also saving your progress, so you can then pick up where you left off in the demo. It's great. And I think it's a $60 or $70 game, so it is pricey, but it looks awesome. I'm so excited for this game, and I haven't gotten very far in the demo, but it just reminds me of, like, I love action RPGs. I love hack and slashes type of games, and it kind of reminds me of those PS1 Square games that seemed so cool at the time. Like, what was that one game? Brave Fencer Musashi and games like that. So I'm all for this. It looks awesome.
Yeah,
have you checked it out?
No, I haven't checked it out. This is one that's on like my. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna definitely wait for reviews. Like, I love the HD 2D look, but apart from like triangle strategy, every time I've tried one, they haven't really connected with me, unfortunately. Like Octopath, I put tons of I tried both of them. I put tons of hours into the first one, and I just fell off. Like, it's not, I don't like the structure of those games. Triangle strategy, I think, is amazing, but I tried Dragon Quest HD 2D, the remake one, and that was the last game Square Enix ever sent me for review, because I didn't like. They were like, all right, this guy.
They hold grudges?
I think so. I mean, they've sent me 2 Dragon Quest games, and I've not given either positive reviews, and I've never heard from them again. So we'll see. But I'm going to keep it real. I just don't think Dragon Quest is very good, unfortunately.
It's not for me either. I think Dragon Quest Heroes is a game I think a lot of people love that may not like the series, though.
Yeah, but this looks awesome. Like, I hear it's very Zelda-like too, in some aspects. So if you're into those,
I did not expect
Zelda-likes,
it to be fully voiced either, which is kind of amazing. So, yeah, the voice acting's pretty good. It's all those British voices that everybody loves or hates, I guess. But for me,
the game,
yeah, I like we're getting an expansion of this technology, and it makes me pretty happy that it's really bringing me in, because I do not like turn-based games. So for me, this is in my wheelhouse. So it seems very fun. So. So other than that, I did check out Forza Horizon 6. I'm not a Forza guy, but I've heard people say there's a entry into that game if you just want to like do it as like quests type of things. But I don't know. I just know it's a beautiful looking game, but it's just, for me, it's like, okay, awesome. I like driving real cars, but driving with a controller never feels like, oh yeah, I'm really playing a Lamborghini or something like that. So I'm probably not the guy to talk about it. And people say it's the game of the year, and I'm like, okay,
not for me. I don't.
Great for you.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's Forza Horizon 5 again, just in Japan, which is great. Forza Horizon 5 was awesome. I played it for more hours than I expected to, but they're just not for me. I just don't have any interest in those type of games, unfortunately. I'm glad everyone is enjoying it, and I'm sure it's going to be a massive success. It's already got like 6 million players, so awesome. I'm happy. Now give me Fable.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I'm like, Kevin, this makes me so sad, because everybody's like, oh, let Fable get pushed out and everything else.
Like Gears, but get pushed out.
The fact that they're saying Halo and Gears are both coming this year, there's the beginning of Call of Duty. That's like 3 Microsoft-owned games. And you're like, oh, yeah, they're going to come out in what, September, October, November, I think?
Well, Halo is supposed to be July.
It just feels like that's so much in there. It's like, guys, let's pace your releases a little bit better than that, right? Especially when your GTA is coming out, and that's going to eat those type of games lunches. I don't think Fable is going to be impacted, because I think Fable fans are probably people like me that don't really care about GTA.
Same. I could not care less about GTA, but I'm also in the camp of delay Gears instead of Fable if we have to delay one of them.
Let's put it this way. GTA is only on PS5 and Xbox Series consoles. If you're on PC, if you're on Nintendo system, GTA has no impact on your gaming.
Yep.
Except people are going to say, so I feel like there's an opportunity for a lot of games to be big. That counter programming, right? It's like that Barbie and Oppenheimer type of thing. So we'll see how it lands. But yeah, for me, it's like, yeah, I've tried. Maybe I'll finally play GTA 5 rather than GTA 6.
No, you don't need it.
Finally, I think I own it somewhere. So yeah, we'll go.
Everyone does. Sold 250 million copies. So.
Well, I remember trying to play it when my son was like, let's see, that would have been 13 years ago, I think, came out maybe. And he would have been 8. Yeah. And I remember it opened in the strip club and I'm like, oh, can't play that in front of him. So I never picked it back up. So now he's 20 and he's not in the house anymore. And my wife is probably not going to, step down. It's like, what are you doing at a strip club? She's like, yeah, whatever. It's a game. So I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But I'd rather just, you know what? Give me like an undead nightmare in Red Dead Redemption 2. And maybe that's what I'll get back into it. Oh, well. All right, Kevin. Other than that, is there anything else that you did that made your week better? Or do you want to talk about next week?
No, we can go to next week if you. I'm all good.
All right. So when it comes to next week, what is the thing you're most looking forward to?
Arsenal playing in the Champions League final on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Unless we lose, and then I will try to erase it from my memory as quick as possible. It's very interesting because next week they're playing PSG. Paris Saint-Germain.
So is this part of like the Euro Cup? Is that what?
Yeah. So it's the Champions League is all the European countries. You have to like qualify for it by finishing a certain position in your own league, and then you come together and play like a little knockout tournament thing.
Okay. So how many teams are typically included in this?
I think there's 32.
Oh wow! Okay. So this is like, and then it's it's single elimination each round.
So you do 8 games against random teams to start, and then at the end of the 8 games, they take the top 16, and then you get put into a bracket, and then you do tournament knockout where it's it's 2-legged. So you do one at home, one away, and then the team, whoever has the most goals scored at the end, progresses to the next round.
Okay. And then there's no favoritism. It's all about like win losses, things like that.
Yes. There used to be a thing called the away goal rule where they were like, if you score a goal away from home, it counts more, but they got rid of that because it's a stupid rule.
Wow. Yeah, because we know, soccer or football has no controversies. FIFA is the most. They're right there with the U.S. What is it? The Olympics committee that they cannot be bribed.
Yes.
At a low price.
No. It's all legit.
Exactly. Oh boy, that's fun. I like that. I like that these just sports. They make our lives, we're foolish to enjoy sports, let's put it this way, because they break your heart more than that. I have not had a team win a championship, Kevin. Let's see. Vikings never won anything. The Tigers were the last team the Pistons, I would say. The Pistons are the only team that I loved growing up that won championships. Everything else is just like, I just watch it and get sad. But you know what? It's still my love. The good thing about this year coming up, my son is going to be in the marching band at the University of Minnesota. So I have something more to root for. And they always they've been going to the bowl game. So my son might be going to a bowl game.
That's cool.
Part of the marching band. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. For myself, I thought a lot of things were happening this week, but they're not, which is just kind of sad.
Next week.
Oh, wait, because there's like a hangover for the movies that are coming up, because there's a lot of movies I'm excited about, including the Master Universe. But I would say at this point, what making me very excited for next week is the fact that I may be able to buy a Masters of the Universe Battle Cat popcorn bucket, which would make me very happy. I did not know this about my wife. My wife has said she's always wanted a Battle Cat. I'm like, really?
That's wild.
So, it's kind of like synergy that there's new Battle Cat coming out as an action figure, but also as a popcorn bucket. Have you seen the Masters of the Universe like popcorn buckets?
No, I haven't.
You're going to see them in a second. So do you know Clint Coombs over at
Yes, I do.
He is obsessed with popcorn buckets. Like he buys all of them, which is just amazing. And so I'm going to show you what they look like. So these are what they look like for the Masters of the Universe. So you can get Castle Grayskull. Apparently you can put your Skittles in the top of the skull. Battle Cat.
Don't like this.
I mean, you can eat popcorn out of the mouth of Castle Grayskull. This is the best one, Kevin. Look at that. The power sword. It is actually like a drink holder.
That one I like.
Thing up.
That one,
fill that thing up with like a lot of liquor, if you want to, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Could you imagine them saying, "Can I bring my sword in?"
Yeah. Am I allowed the broadsword? Yeah, that's cool.
Oh no, seriously, it's just a drink holder. Well, sir, we have to fill it up. You can't just fill it up with your own alcohol. I mean, it's kind of amazing. I mean, they have like the stage here.
Mm.
I mean, you can't really call these things a popcorn bucket, really, because popcorn is a secondary consideration with these things. But yeah, I mean, I am a fool. I may get the Battle Cat. I don't know. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Am I that dumb?
Do what makes you happy, man.
Okay. Well, maybe that won't make me happy, but we'll see. Yeah. Maybe my wife would like it. I don't know. It doesn't do a whole lot. Just holds it there. Not really cool. Oh, well, we shall see. Well, I think that is something I'm excited for. And if you're excited about any dumb popcorn buckets, let me know. But folks, thank you for watching this after we recorded. Next time we'll probably go live, but glad you could watch after the fact. But, this episode was made better by Kevin TheMuff1nMon Ainsworth. Kevin, tell people once again where they can find you.
Oh, yes. Well, once again, thank you for having me on. Sorry for if we're a little rushed here, everyone. I have a family engagement I have to head off to. But yes, thank you, Todd, always for the invite and for being so gracious to accommodate my sudden time change. I really do appreciate you, my friend. Anyone that wants to hear me talk about video games, you can come find me over Save the Game Media. That is youtube.com/Save the Game Media. Every single Thursday, we do a live podcast called Shared Save. And I would love to see you in the chat. So thank you so much.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Kevin. I know one thing, you got to keep your in-laws happy. So you're doing the right thing. I salute you. And thank you once again for joining us. I knew you'd be a fun person to talk to because you like a lot of cool things. As long as we're not getting around your soccer schedule and your One Piece, it makes a lot of sense. And I'm glad we could record this. So thank you for joining us. And for myself, if you want my own opinions and takes, at Todd Oxtra, at T Oxtra on BlueSky Instagram, but everything else, it's the Fandom Foundry, at the Fandom Foundry on BlueSky Instagram, on YouTube. We have a Discord. We have a Facebook page, just that's all about information about our podcasts we do, all of our podcasts. Check out our podcast, though. Our feed, our network feed has all of our shows in one place, which is great. We've got some more episodes coming out in the Fandom Foundry in regards to MakerCast, Why We Play, Best Things This Week, and then we're going to revamp up for our sports content. Probably some soccer chat's going to come in there for the World Cup with my good friend Sean Nias. And then in the fall, we'll be doing fantasy football once again. So with that, if you have an interest in joining me on the Best Things This Week, I'm always looking for cool people to talk about the things they love. But until then, Kevin, thank you for making my week the best thing so far. And with that, folks, make your week the best thing ever and have a great time. With that, Kevin, take care, man. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. And if you know a veteran, say thank you. And remember, Memorial Day is all about remembering those who gave their service, their life for our country. So have a great weekend. And thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.